Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, Thursday, December 5th, 2024. Pre-market report. People, I'm just going to tell you straight out, as clear as I possibly can. Right now, you and I, there's never been a time like this in history. I'm talking about opportunity. Never before in my life have I seen a better time to be involved in these markets. Okay, I'm going to tell you straight out, and also gold and silver, exposure to commodities than we have now. This is I can't underscore that enough, the opportunity of your lifetime, of our lifetime, and we're never going to see something like this again. Let's put this together. We understand, obviously, at least I hope so. The world today is in a state of great change. Most of it isn't good, man. I'm going to tell you straight out. We're watching an elimination, an extermination, a freaking extinction event of the middle class, and it cannot be stopped. Nothing is going to get in the way of this. I'm going to tell you right now. We're being bridged into a completely new system. You already know this. This tokenized system, this blockchain system, which most of you don't want. Okay, it doesn't matter what you want. Just in case you need a wake-up call. This is where we're going, period. Now, you have an opportunity here. Again, the environment is so, first of all, it's twisted, and it just doesn't make any sense, and I get that. Just because something doesn't make sense doesn't mean that there's not opportunity here. I've covered as of late what's happening. You have to understand, let's put this together real quick. Despite the fact that we've seen the world economy contract, and it continues to contract at its fastest pace we've ever seen, and the propaganda and the lies and the deceptions and distraction and temporary and transitory and whatever it might be, okay? We understand that. The look here is the don't look over there. Cut through it all, people, and what you're going to see right in front of you is a word. And that word is opportunity, and that's really what I want you guys and girls to understand. That's where we stand. Right now, the last three presidents here in the United States, under their, whatever they are, their partnership with the Federal Reserve, because no three presidents in the history of this nation have partnered with the Federal Reserve more so than the last three presidents. The next one coming in is going to do the same thing, and he's doing it right now, threatening the world to stay in the dollar here, promising lower rates, which is exactly what the Fed is doing right now, okay? This is an economic wrecking ball. In times of great distress, there is opportunity, people, and we cannot allow, I refuse to allow you or myself to be destroyed by the current system. So what I'm doing and what I'm all about, people say, oh, Greg is about doom, he's about gloom. I'm about opportunity. And I'm going to show you really where opportunity is here, people. It's a phenomenon that we've been witnessing. Again, the last three presidents, more millionaires and billionaires created in the history of the United States. And you can choose where you want to be here. Either you're going to be a member of the haves or the have-nots. Me? I can promise you I'm not going down. I'm going up, and so are you. If you have been following this blog for any length of time, you're already in all the right spots, but I'm going to just really outline this for you real quick. Now, I want to go over some economic stuff first, some news that we got, what's happening here with China. They're kicking up some trade tension right now. It's no surprise, because again, look, man, the world is not going to respond favorably to being threatened. Trump is threatening everyone, and they're laughing. I'm going to tell you right now, you don't negotiate through threats. Threats show weakness. You don't have to threaten anyone if you're in a position of strength. You understand? Anyway, look, you and I understand that what we're seeing here is going to get much, much worse. From an economic standpoint, it's over. It's absolutely over. And the fact that we have a central bank here in the around the world, central banks lowering rates, which is absolutely what we do not need. We need to return to a constitutional money system. You all know that. Are we getting one? No. We're being made the crypto capital of the world, not the constitutional money capital of the world. Do you see where I'm going with this? All right. So just bear with me, and again, we have a lot to talk about. So I want you to understand, food prices here, this is yesterday, post-market. Food prices are at their highest levels in over a year. And people, I'm going to tell you right now, with regard to food prices, energy prices, everything is going up. Everything is going up. Forget about what you thought was going on or what was the fault of Biden. It wasn't the fault of Biden or Trump before him or Obama before him why we have inflation. Inflation is currency devaluation, the loss of purchasing power. Yes, in fact, the last three presidents here, and soon to be the next one, have worked, obviously, with the Federal Reserve to allow this mechanism to manifest itself. These three lovely people have helped the Fed pull more cash into the now than every single president before them combined. Back to George Washington. It's an incredible phenomenon, but that's the truth. Now, what we have here is, again, is a very interesting situation. All of these extra bills that have been pulled into the now, they're just starting to chase the same amount of goods, or in this case, a lesser amount of goods, and that is going to get a lot worse moving forward here. You have to understand there's a massive lag effect. When you have an economy that's dead, I know a lot of you believe the economy was strong under Trump. It wasn't. Just look at the money velocity. It was dropping. You can't have the rate at which cash is moving through the economy or the money velocity dropping when an economy is functioning normally or is strong. You will lie to accept it. Okay? What happened under the last three presidents is the epic sums of debt pumped into the system, bought a lot of illusion. Rah, 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 look at that stock market. We're all rich. It was a lie. And let me tell you something. These last three presidents, they know that you guys and girls don't understand the fact that there is a lag effect. It takes a long time for cash to make its way through the economy. You know, it's called the Cantillon effect. Look it up. I've talked about it. I've sent you papers on it. The creation of new money always helps the rich get richer, and we're going to talk more about that. That's why we've seen more millionaires and billionaires created, why we're getting destroyed. Okay, that we got. The fact of the matter is it takes a finite amount of time, and it could be a very long time when you have an economy that's dead for the cash to make its way through the economy. Trump knows this. He couldn't tell you this during the campaign. No one could point their finger at the Fed, why they've all pulled debt into the system here to help the Federal Reserve achieve its goal, and we're going to see more of that, but that means opportunity for you and I. So again, look, man, the fact of the matter is we haven't even seen the real brunt of inflation yet is what I'm trying to get at. And the Fed right now, suppressing rates, lowering rates right now. The promises you got out of Trump to give you lower rates means more currency devaluation, more cash that must be created out of nothing. So you haven't seen a thing yet with regard to inflation. So get yourself on the right side. Be ready for what's coming. Prepared. Be prepared for what's coming. Much higher prices across the board. Now, with regard to trade tensions, which are being dialed up here with the promises of tariffs and everything else, which if tariffs are going to pay for everything, you know it's going to, because that's what it did last time, right? No, it didn't do that. As you well knew, I told you it wasn't going to work last time. Of course, I was told I was wrong. Guess who was right? I'm going to tell you I'm going to be right again. So China is dialing up trade tensions ahead of Trump being inaugurated. Imagine our shock. Now, OPEC is now delaying oil production increase. Imagine our shock. They're playing a game. I've been telling you, I told you yesterday, energy is where you need to be looking at. Now, with regard to the last three presidents creating more millionaires and billionaires on your back, this is Reuters from this morning. Global billionaire wealth leaps. Imagine our shock. Now, you see where it says U.S. gains? What we're going to see here in the United States is a wave of cash making its way into the U.S. stock market and into cryptocurrencies. Does this sound familiar to you? Okay. The fact of the matter is we have the most stock market and crypto market friendly administration that's going to be taking over very, very soon here in the history of the world. Listen to what I'm telling you. Okay, for those of you that are against the stock market and against the rich and against cryptocurrency, I'm sorry. You got the wrong guy sitting behind the Resolute desk and the current team that he's put together here. His Trump's pick for U.S. Treasury Secretary, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guy to help boost the stock market and cryptocurrency. Scott Bessent, this guy here, former George Soros protege, the guy that Trump picked yesterday for the SEC chair. He's all about tokenization. That's why you've seen Bitcoin right now break $100,000. You see cryptocurrency here? What has Greg Mannarino been telling you since time immemorial? Okay, and let me tell you something about this. You think we're done? Do you really believe that this is over? Understand. First of all, look at gold and silver. Under pressure. You knew this was going to happen because I told you. Okay, we are being made the cryptocurrency capital of the world, not the constitutional money capital of the world, which I know this is what you guys were hoping Trump was going to do. He told you straight out, he's going to make us the crypto capital of the world. We're being bridged into a new system. This is opportunity, people. Embrace it. You know, sometimes you don't get what you want, and that's the way it's going to be. You have to realize politicians lie. They deceive. They distract. It's called politics. This is where we're going here. So if we understand two things, let's start. Let's do this. Okay. If we realize that we're going to see a massive influx of cash into the U.S. stock markets, we just hit a trifecta of record highs yesterday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, record highs. This is not going to stop. Why? This is the Mannarino Market Risk Indicator. Again, look what it's doing. Exactly what we believed it would do. We are rolling over. The lower this goes, the higher the stock market's going to go. The more that investors around the world are going to say, the United States is the place to put our cash to work. If you think, again, that what you've seen with this stock market is over, you're not even close to being correct. I know there's a lot of people calling for crashes, especially before the inauguration. I'm telling you, laugh at them. It ain't happening. How is that going to happen? We're having artificially suppressed rates, currency devaluation, a president promising you lower rates here, and investors listening for what's happening here. You think cash isn't going to make its way to the U.S. stock market? Of course. What does this tell you? You got to be long the stock market. When people are telling you the market's crashing, listen to me. It's going to, but not for a long time. We're being set up. The setup is the biggest crash of all time, but not yet. How can that happen? When you have this mechanism, please start following the MMRI. Again, it's free, man. Link in the description of this video. So what am I telling you? If we know that investors, we're going to see an influx of cash into the U.S. stock market like you cannot believe moving forward here. We're going to buy every dip that comes along. You know what I'm doing. People, I'm going to give you two ticker symbols right now, too. This is a gift. You ready? JEPI, JEPQ. Do what you want with this information, but I'm telling you, that's what I'm doing. Now, if we realize that we are not being made the constitutional money capital of the world, what does this tell you? Gold and silver and commodities are going to remain under pressure. Why? The game is risk on. We're going to see again an influx of cash into risk assets. Cash seeks yield. If you take one thing away from this video, remember what I'm telling you. Cash seeks yield. Cash is going to make its way into the stock market despite the fact that it's totally detached from reality. It's trading on multiples that we've never seen before. It's a hyper bubble. Hyper bubble. Trump was right. Before he became president, the last tenure, he told you the stock market was a big, fat, ugly bubble. It's not a bubble anymore. It's way beyond a bubble, but no one's going to tell you that. You know it is. But that doesn't mean it's not going higher. Again, much higher on the back of currency devaluation, the promises of lower rates, an economy that is going to be decimated via currency devaluation on the back of artificially suppressed rates. Again, we just saw the collapse of the French government yesterday. Round after round after round of bad economic news here in the United States. And what happens? We get a trifecta of record highs yesterday. I've been telling you, it feels like 1,000 years. The worse off the economy is, the more that the middle class is erased, the more millionaires and billionaires are going to be created, and the higher the stock market's going to go. So what can we take away from where we're at? We realize the United States is going to be made the crypto capital of the world here. Trump told you it was going to happen. You didn't believe him? Well, it's happening here. I know a lot of you didn't believe that. Oh, Trump is just floating this out there because he wants votes, like votes even matter. No. We're being bridged, people. Look at who Trump is putting in positions of power here. All these crypto people. The token man. That's who we're getting now as the SEC chair. The guy's already the co-chair of a business here that's about tokenizing the system. Trump's pick for U.S. Treasury Secretary, same thing, all about crypto, all about making the rich richer. People, come on, man. What does this mean? It means opportunity. You gotta be in the market. You gotta own cryptocurrency. And with regard to this, people, yes, the price action is gonna be suppressed, but this is even more opportunity for you. Buy this stuff while it's on sale. Again, understanding that the game is risk on. That cash is gonna make its way into risk assets. Why? Because cash seeks yield. Okay? Means these are going to be on sale for the foreseeable future. This is not going to stop what's coming, the eventual locking up of the credit markets. People, start to wake up. I really hope you're waking up to the situation, because this is more opportunity than you can probably swallow. I don't believe, honestly, that we're ever going to see more opportunity than we have right now. Again, let's put it together. There is no connection to reality with the stock market. Greg knows that. But I'm telling you, there's no way that this market can drop when we are being set up the way we are being set up here. The influx of cash we're going to see into the U.S. markets on the back of the most stock market friendly president and administration that we've ever had here in the United States. Do you realize what you're looking at, or you still don't know? We also have an administration and an upcoming president here who is the most cryptocurrency friendly president the world has ever seen, and he's putting together an administration that is doing nothing but bridge the system. Bridge us into the tokenized system. It can't be stopped. You can write to Trump all you want that you don't want this tokenized system, which I've gone over at length in just yesterday. You can't stop it. That's why Trump was selected. He was not elected. Selected to be president, to bring us into the new system, to foster a greater wealth transfer right up to the 1% and 2%ers, and we can play the same game. Have you seen what's happening to the stock market? Wealth is being shoved right up to the 1% and 2%ers here. The Bitcoin, the crypto whales, that's where all the cash is going. It's not going to you. It's not going to go to you unless you get yourself on the right side. Does this make sense to you? Or am I really totally detached from reality? People, look, man, I can steer you in the right directions, and that's what I've been doing for years. But it's up to you to take action. You gotta stop with the nonsense that Trump is gonna save the middle class. That's what we heard last time. That's what we heard during Obama's tenure. And Biden, what have they done? You've been decimated while the rich have become richer and richer and richer, and they're still becoming richer, man. Don't take my word for this. Look at this, man. Come on. Wake the freak up and get with the freaking program. People, you've been warned by me for a very long time where things were going to go. And you think I nailed it to the wall? I would say, yeah, I pretty much nailed it to the wall. Now I'm telling you guys and girls to start to snap out of the slumber that you've been induced into here. Realize the economy is dead and it's buried. You're going to see debts and deficits balloon to heights that's going to... Your eyeballs are going to pop out of your head as the mechanism is fueled, as we're bridged into the new system here. Take advantage of this. And I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin breaking 100,000, you haven't seen anything yet. Look at XRP. That's another one here. You look at all of this stuff. I mean, come on. Have I nailed this one to the wall too? Well, everyone's saying it's going to zero. What have I been telling you? Laugh at them. Laugh at them again, because they're all going to be wrong. The stock market is not crashing anytime soon. All you got to do is keep your eyes on what I believe is the greatest tool that has ever been created to manage risk. Look at this. The MMRI. Again, it's free, man. I don't gain anything from you guys and girls following this, but this is a key. It's a key to the market. The debt market is the key. If we realize that we have a central banking system that is determined to lower rates, and a president who's promised you low rates, which is obviously not what we need, okay? We need much higher rates because we need the currency to become stronger. It's amazing how these creatures lie to you. When Trump was promising you during the campaign lower rates, did he tell you that would mean a loss of purchasing power to the currency? No, he didn't. Because he can't. This is all scripted. Do you think that the choices that Trump has made for Treasury Secretary, for SEC Chair, these are just by chance as well? Nothing is by chance. Everything that you're seeing here has been thought out well in advance, and all the pieces are lining up. All this is going to do is make the central banking system monumentally stronger. Again, we are not being made the constitutional money system of the world. We're being made the crypto capital of the world. This is a bridge. Wake up. This is why you're seeing cryptocurrencies take off. Again, with the promise of more easy money being pumped into this market via artificially suppressed rates. Why do you think the stock market is hitting record? And why are you seeing pressure on commodities? Because that's the game. It's risk on. So gold and silver are on sale. And the lower the MMRI goes, people, the lower this goes, the more on sale they're going to get. So we are taking advantage of what's happening right here and now, and also for the future. We can't be beat. The strategy that you and I have been following, that if you're brand new here, that you must start to get involved in, is invincible. It's freaking invincible, in my opinion here. And you guys can do whatever. You want to stay in a central bank issued note like Trump wants the world to do? Again, Trump is threatening the world. Stay in the dollar. Why? Why would you support the dollar? Because you're supporting this Federal Reserve. You don't want to be in the dollar. You don't want to support the Federal Reserve, do you? Of course you don't. But you see the mechanism here? The world must be, I guess, threatened to stay in the dollar long enough for the bridge to be finished into the new system. Realize, yes, we are going to get the market crash of all time, because the debt market hyperbubble is, we've never seen anything like it. But if you think that the global debt situation is going to miraculously get better just because Trump was selected to be the president, the world debt issue is going to change, you're way off course, man. Come about. Your compass is off. Okay, it's not going to stop. The mechanism in place because central banks control the system. And they control everything. They control who's selected as president. They control the flow of information. Everything is run by the central banks because they control the monetary system, the financial markets, the entire monetary system. They run it all. He or she who controls the cash controls the world. Does that make sense to you? You've been warned about this. We're going to see more things moving down. Again, the economy is dead, and it's going to be more buried. The worse off the economy gets, the higher the market's going to go. We have an economic wrecking ball coming at us more so than we've ever had before. Again, the mechanism here of artificially suppressed rates and currency devaluation is a wrecking ball for the economy and for the people. But it's the best thing that could possibly ever happen for world stock markets, for the crypto space, and for gold and silver. It's going to remain on sale, and commodities are going to remain on sale. But you got to understand, we're going to see, again, supply chain disruptions here, much higher energy costs moving forward. People, it's too obvious what's going to go on here. Now look, what I want you to do is take in this video. It's a long video. We're going to get together later, 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern, for the live stream. Write down some questions that you have for me, okay? And it's my goal to make all of this extremely obvious for you, because I got your back. I got my own back. And I will not let any of you down either. What I know, you guys and girls are going to know. Do you understand? And the opportunity that we have today, we're never going to see again in our lifetime. So right now, as the greatest wealth transfer in the history of the world is underway, and it is, okay? It's grand theft on a scale that we've never seen before. Either you can allow that to destroy you, like most people are going to be destroyed, or you can listen, pay attention to what's going on, and then take action. Are we on the same page here? I would believe we are. People, I love you all from the heart with all I got. Please share this video. Please get it out there. Let's wake up some more people, man. Really, honestly, because we're in this together. There's a select few of us who are being allowed to know the truth. You, through this blog. What's going on, why things are happening, and where the opportunities are. Does that sound about right to you as well? I'd be willing to bet you're going to say yes. All right, people. I'll see you later. All right. Until we meet again for the live stream, have some questions for me. Please take care of yourselves and take care of each other.